is good? Now we poddin', we back. Yes, sir, we back with another episode. We got Joey Scythers, a.k.a. Big Joe.
Yes.
A.k.a. Sean. And then we got Justice.
Hello, everyone out there. My name is Justice, and I'm part of the Now We Poddin Podcast. Thank you all. I look forward to this episode, and we're going to have a great episode. Don, back to you.
Big Joe. So what's been going on with you, bro? You have a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, man. I guess there's no real easy way to go into it, so I guess I just say it. There has been some developing moments throughout my entire year, I guess I'll say.
Yes.
Where there have been various changes on very drastic scales, and I usually take those moments with stride, right? If there's something that's out of my control, I don't really let it take or have power over me, and I try to mitigate any issues as much as I can, because I hate being uncomfortable. I told somebody earlier the reason why I feel like I've gotten more confident when it comes to talking with people because before I used to feel very uncomfortable when I was felt not included into the conversation or didn't know what to talk about with people. And I think moments like the ones that I'm experiencing right now is something that's going to help me grow as a man. Good, bro.
Take your time, brother. Take your time. Take your time.
I think tonight was one of those moments. Give me a second.
You good, bro? Take your time. Take your time.
So, I will say with that, I have had a very tumultuous year when it comes to my family. One, as far as my brother, who I love very much. I just want to say that. And secondly, to the man of my life and my role model, my father.
Good, bro. You good, bro?
He served, and I've always seen him as a soldier, right? So sorry. He was never one of those militant types. I feel like my father, in some instances, gave me room to figure things out for myself, and he also told me things very, very direct on how to deal with things.
For those of y'all who don't know, Johnny. Mr. Johnny Ray.
So, with that being said, he's always been a boulder to the family and a rock, of course. I feel like that's what a man is for every family out there. In this past year, he has had some issues with the VA and some other issues as well that I will not disclose. And I've been seeing it. And we've been talking and almost every day, even tonight. When I first saw him, I walked through the house and he greeted me with a smile, right? Mm-hmm. I have been, I think, blessed with an opportunity as far as advancing myself, both financially and to situate myself in a better position for my future family and my family. And I've talked to him, I talked to others around me, because this is a very big decision for me. And it wasn't the easiest. I prayed on it. I thought about it. I've talked to everybody. I feel like I exhausted all the resources of knowledge I can get before I make this decision. And I talked with my manager today. Hopefully he'll be on the podcast one day. That's my guy. But he did tell me that with my advancement in the company and the progress that I've made, he didn't want to see that all, restart with this move, which is understandable and things that I've also considered as well. So I went home and told my father this, and he said, I'm very proud of you because you're taking risks that I didn't when I was younger, when he was my age, because he felt like he was loyal to the company, and even through all the various changes over the years, he felt like he kind of got lost in that transition, but he had already been in there for some time. So he sat down and he said some things that I don't ever want to hear him again about himself. So I told him to look me in my eyes, and I wanted him to realize that he is the best father out there, and that he has instilled things in me that is a reflection of him. And I feel like I do everything not only for his approval, but for him to look at and feel accomplished with his teachings. So we had a conversation. He was beating himself up, and I wasn't about to take that. I wasn't about to look him and see him with his head down, even though he did, and he got very vulnerable with me, and I kept up, a good wall up, so he could find comfort in me. Cause I feel like if we both were, balling and stuff like that, I don't know how the conversation would have went, but I feel like I wanted to be a boulder for him just as he was for me in my 24 years of life. And we continued talking. He told me that he was scared about his PTSD coming back in and being an issue for him down the line. I told him that as long as you can acknowledge an issue, that's always the first step, and it's always a big step, because then you know how to maneuver and to work on getting yourself out of that situation. I feel like I apply that to my life every day. I actually told Bree that I never have a bad day. I experience what I'm supposed to experience that day, and by the time the night comes where I'm laying down as usual, as I told you guys before, and I start to reflect back on the day, I figure out certain ways to kind of get myself out there. So I told him he got to do the same thing. I told him that he's the best father. He's raised 2 wonderful kids, and that he has inspired me to be a husband and a father because of how he raised me, how he was there for me. Now, I'm not a husband, I'm not a father yet, but I've always wanted to be. Just from how he maneuvered. He made sure that me and Mario had everything that we needed. He sat us down when he needed to sit us down. And even when coming to him with things that should have been and was awkward, he made it so comfortable for me. Somebody that I can rely on. So, I told him all that. He thanked me. He got up. He gave me a hug. And he broke down again.
I definitely, after meeting your dad, man, I definitely can see you and your dad. And I can see you apply almost everything that he's done into yours. Like, it's like you're like an almost identical reflection of him. And it's like, one thing I will say about like Sean and his family, he's like one of my biggest motivators. Like, I don't know if y'all understand like how much of an influence this man has on my life, man. Like, he influenced me to just do a lot of different things. You gonna have me up here crying in a minute. But like, nah, y'all just don't understand, man. Like, it's just, we built this like brotherhood, man. Like, it's like, I really call this man like my brother, bro. Like, he really my brother for real. And I don't want to see nothing but greatness from him. And him, his family, his brother, his dad, even you, Justice. I want to see great things from y'all. Like, I dead ass like bottom of my heart consider y'all like my brothers, bro. Like,
Same.
I love seeing y'all do great things. From the good and the bad. Like, I love seeing you guys elevate.
Same.
But with that being said, I want you to continue. But I just had to get that off, man.
Thank you.
I gotta get something off. I gotta give y'all flowers. First and foremost, Lex, like since the early days, man, you've been supporting like early days. And Sean, I just gotta tell you, man, like your growth as an individual is just amazing, and not even just career wise. I mean, on a intimate level, because I feel like we all have like I know people think of intimacy as a sexual thing, but intimacy is more so an interpersonal connection, and I think we all have that, so that we can have an intimate conversation, look each other in the eye as men, and just be vulnerable and just show emotion. And I remember like Sean, when I first met you, you was very like standoffish. I remember one time you told me you said what you said? You said sometimes I go an extended period of time without talking to someone on purpose just to see how they respond, and if they don't hit me up, I won't respond back to them. And it's just like you came a long way from that, like to now where it's like you're alive to be vulnerable, man. Just the growth on not just a career level, but on an emotional level.
Yes.
And mentally, I'm here for them. Just because to be able to cry just to be able to cry and show that to the people, man, that's strong. That's strong. More than anything, that's powerful. That's leadership. To be able to set an example and show like the audience, the black kids out here are gonna see this. Other black men are gonna see this and be like, you know what? I can express myself. It's okay to feel, and I just thank you so much for allowing yourself to get to be vulnerable, on this platform.
I appreciate that, guys.
Sure.
With that being said, too, though, I mean, again, I gotta give my flowers to my dad. I've never seen him cry before. So before I left, I said, I gotta go, Pa, but are you okay? My brother called me, and they was just like shocked. They was like, oh my God, what's went on? I said, I had to tell him some real ass stuff. That he's a great man. He's a great dad. He had to hear that. Mm-hmm. We all go through our tough times. I said, we're going to look back at this, and we're gonna remember this experience and say we'll never feel like this again if we can. Because I asked him, I said, you're 53. Did you think at 24, 30 you'll be going through this? I said, you got to realize, Dad, that you're human just like we all are. Mm-hmm. And if nobody grabs nothing else from this conversation, I want the kids to realize, and the fathers out there to realize how important they are to their lives. Because if I didn't have my dad, I don't know where I'd be. I want the fathers out there who may not be in the best situation to realize that you are important to your kids, as well as kids are important to their father. I feel like I always tell my dad how proud I am of him, but I feel like now more than ever he may need that. And I feel like I want to be there for him, which is why when it comes to this next move that I'm going to have in my life, I have been on the fence, but I've been leaning more towards doing it. And I told him that he was the main motivator for me, both my family, because I want to be there more as a son, as a brother, as a future husband, as a future father. And I feel like this is a good stepping stone to get me to where I need to be at. So all in all, with that being said, fathers, please be there for them. You are important. And for everybody out there, I think that when it comes to your life, don't ever get too comfortable. I feel like I plateaued where I'm at in a good way, because I just woke up last week and realized, damn, I don't do nothing but if it ain't this and ain't work, that's really it. And I don't want that. I want to continue getting this to grow, but I also too want to advance myself in my personal life as well. I've been trying to do that, and I'll be honest with you, I'm just gonna brag a bit. I think I have done a very good job. If you If you go back and listen to the podcast and the videos from earlier this year, me and Lex, like I said, we said we wasn't going to end off the year the same position we were in. And halfway through the year, I feel like I marked that off. And through the summer, I feel like I marked out some other checks. Now it's about to be, it's fourth quarter of the year. And I can say that I'm continue growing. And I hope to continue growing within the next year. And that's all due to Mr. Johnny Ray. And, I since the pandemic, I have trying to escape my selfish ways, and I want to think more selfless and think about others around me, which I feel like I've done a decent job of, but I want to continue going to do that. I feel like I'm an altruistic person. I don't know if that's if there's some humility in that, but if there's not, please find some, because I mean that in the most humble way. I want to help out as many people as I can. That's why I'm proud of Lexton. As far as he come, I try to help him with as much as I can do. Just as I'm proud of you, I feel like I tell you that all the time. Like with your clothes, when I first met you and just saw the drive that you have for it and everything that you've done about, it made me very proud, as well as my other friends too, and family members. I want to see everybody succeed, and I know things get tough at times, but these are challenges that we have to face so that we can overcome them. And that, I think, is what life is about. There's not an end goal when it comes to life. There's not an end goal when it comes to personal growth as well. The reward comes with the experience and the moment that you have as you experience it, I guess you could say. Because I don't wake up every day and think, oh man, I can't wait till I'm 99 and look back at my life. I mean, I of course I sort of do, but I wake up every day and say, okay, what can I do to position myself in a better state than yesterday? And I check that off every week, every month. I want to continue doing that every year, because I told my dad that I want his grandkids to see the great man that he has been for me, for them, and all future Stewart descendants, I guess you could say. I'm at this point in my life where I do not think about me. I think about me as a conduit and a vessel to where I can channel that or tunnel that for other people to find either inspiration from or to, continue to grow. With that being said, now we poddin'.